Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Tophat. Today is Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday, and to celebrate, I'm counting down his top 10 best cartoons. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Mickey's Gallup Emir. An often overlooked cartoon, Mickey's Gallup Emir features Mickey and the gang going to Grauman's Chinese Theater for the premiere of their latest cartoon, Gallup and Romance. At the theater, they encounter some of the biggest names in Hollywood at the time. What makes this cartoon work is the many different celebrity caricatures. Anyone into old movies would love to try to point out who each of these celebrities are. The two caricatures I find most interesting are Maurice Chevalier and Ed Wynn, both of whom would later do work for Disney. Chevalier singing the theme to the Aristocats and Wynn appearing in several movies. He is probably best known as the voice of the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. Number 9. The Prince and the Pauper. Based on the book by Mark Twain, The Prince and the Pauper is about a king growing ill, and his captain of the guard, played by Pete, is using this as an opportunity to steal from the people. That is why you never put Pete in a position of power. Mickey and Goofy are peasants longing to live like a king, and the prince, who looks like Mickey, longs to be a carefree peasant. So when Mickey and the prince meet, they switch places and they learn how tough the other side has it. I love seeing the transition of the prince going from a prankster to learning how bad the people have it and wanting to do something about it. Number 8. Get a Horse. The newest cartoon on this list, it was released in 2013, Get a Horse draws praise from both fans and critics alike, and it's not hard to see why. The cartoon is a great throwback to the Mickey cartoons of the 20s and 30s, with the character designs and the use of old recordings of Walt Disney as Mickey and Billy Bletcher as Pete, with some Will Ryan thrown in. The CG looks great, and I love seeing Oswald in the Disney cartoon. As cool as it is to hear Walt Disney voice Mickey again, I have to ask, how come they didn't get Brett Iwan to voice Mickey? He's the official voice of the character, and as the making of this video, he has yet to do the voice of him in a theatrical cartoon. Number 7. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Direct-to-DVD movies get a bad rap, and it's not hard to see why. Most of them suck. Yet, once in a while, you get a good one, like Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. The movie features 3 Christmas segments, the first being Stuck on Christmas, a Groundhog Day story with Donald and his nephews, a very goofy Christmas with, who else, Goofy and Max as a kid, and Gift of the Magi, an adaptation of the O. Henry story starring Mickey and Minnie. Although all 3 segments are really good, this one in particular I want to focus on because it stars Mickey. Mickey and Minnie want to buy each other a present, but for various reasons they can't afford to. Like in the original story, they give up their prized possessions, Mickey his harmonica and Minnie her watch, to buy each other a present, which proves useless since they don't have their prized items anymore. I think this is more powerful than O. Henry's original story, because in there, the lady cut her hair, making her gift, a brush, useless, but her hair is going to grow back, whereas Mickey and Minnie are never going to see their prized items again, making their sacrifice more meaningful. Number 6. Mickey's Rival. According to a famous story, Walt wanted to call his new creation Mortimer. His wife, Lillian, hated the name and suggested Mickey instead. While many debate if this story is true, there is no debate that Mortimer became the name of Mickey's rival. An old boyfriend of Minnie's, Mortimer interrupts Mickey and Minnie's picnic. Minnie is happy to see him, but Mickey is less than thrilled. Mortimer makes a great antagonist for Mickey with his immature pranks and his better car. Mortimer would go on to make a few appearances in the comics before returning to animation in Mickey Mouse works. Number 5. Steamboat Willie. Although the first Mickey cartoon made was plain crazy, Steamboat Willie was the first to be released on this day in history. Like all cartoons in those days, the plot is simple. Mickey works on a steamboat, and we see the things he does. Although Mickey cartoons would get more advanced in their animation as well as their storytelling, Steamboat Willie's simplicity has a charm that's hard to beat. The image of Mickey piloting the boat and whistling a tune has become so iconic that it's parodied everywhere, most notably on The Simpsons. It may be 90 years old, but Steamboat Willie is still as fresh as the day it was made. Number 4. Mickey and the Beanstalk. Happy Valley was a wonderful place until Willie the Giant kidnapped the golden harp. Now the residents of Happy Valley, notably Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, are facing near starvation. So Mickey sells the cow for some magic beans, which, as we all know, grows into the beanstalk, and they go off to rescue the harp from Willie. Many fans have complained that Mickey became a bland character in later cartoons, but he is by no means bland here. We see him try to con Willie into changing into a fly so he can squash him, avoid getting locked in the box, free his friends, and run from Willie. In other words, he's an action star. Willie makes a great antagonist for Mickey. On the one hand, he seems playful, but on the other hand, when he gets angry, he is dangerous. What's interesting about Mickey and the Beanstalk is that there are 3 different versions. The first being the second half of Fun and Fancy Free, where ventriloquist Edgar Bergen tells the story. Then on The Wonderful World of Disney, where Ludwig von Drake is the narrator. And finally, one with Sterling Holloway. My favorite narrator is Sterling Holloway, but without the live action segments, the movie just kinda ends. Whichever version you prefer, there's no denying that Mickey and the Beanstalk is one giant Mickey cartoon. Number 3. Lonesome Ghost. If there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call? Mickey, Donald, and Goofy! Before Peter, Ray, Egon, and Winston were busting ghosts, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy had their own ghost-catching business. Goofy at one point even kinda says the Ghostbusters slogan, "I ain't scared of no ghost." 4 bored ghosts caught their ad in the paper one day and decided to call them to scare them. Once they got there, the trio separates and the ghosts pick on them. Anyone who's into the Ghostbusters would love this cartoon. Number 2. Symphony Hour. Mickey is a conductor for a radio show called Symphony Hour. The performance he and his orchestra give at a rehearsal pleases their sponsor, Sylvester Macaroni, played by Pete with an Italian accent. And he states that tonight they'll make history. He doesn't know how right he is. While the gang rushes to the station, Goofy falls down the elevator shaft and the elevator comes down, smashing all the instruments. Who put Goofy, of all people, in charge of the instruments? Mickey doesn't learn what happened until they start to perform. Disney has always been great at showing characters' emotions through body language, and Symphony Hour is a great example of this. We see Mickey's frustration as he tries to keep the performance going, worrying what Pete would do afterwards, and keeping Donald from walking off. Anyone who thinks Mickey is a wimp has never seen him point a gun at Donald. Mickey had worked as a conductor in other cartoons like Band Concert, but Symphony Hour is the best. Normally I don't do honorable mentions in top 10 lists, but since this is a special occasion I'll make an exception. Here they are: The Mad Doctor, Through the Mirror, Mickey's Delayed Date, House of Mouse, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Mickey's Good Deed, Runaway Brain, The Three Musketeers, and The Brave Little Tailor. Number 1. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Mickey plays the apprentice to the wizard Yen Sid, Disney spelled backwards. Once Yen Sid left, Mickey decides to take his hat and bring a broom to life to make his job easier. At first he's pleased with himself. Then he learns that magic is something you shouldn't mess with. The animation to Sorcerer's Apprentice is beautiful. It amazes me that Mickey went from the simple Steamboat Willie to the more complex Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a huge testament to the talent of the animators. It's interesting that Mickey isn't accompanied by Donald, Goofy, or Pluto, thus showing he can carry a cartoon by himself. Walt was growing concerned that Mickey was getting overshadowed by Donald Duck, so when he and Leopold Stokowski started working on Fantasia, Walt insisted that Mickey play the lead in Sorcerer's Apprentice. The result was not only the best Mickey cartoon ever made, but the best one in Fantasia. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section which Mickey cartoons you guys like that didn't make the list. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.